Hello and welcome, everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic Saturday. Everybody's checking their own mental health, making sure everybody's situated, everybody's all good in this metaphorical hood that we all live in. Let's be honest, we're all inside anyways, or you fucking better be. Before we begin, let's just say thank you very much for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are watching live, don't forget to follow us, and don't forget to hit that subscription button in case you have a secret Amazon account, Amazon Prime account, because then that gives you one free sub every month, and it's free. So it's like you're taking money from Bezos and giving it to creators, which I don't know about you, but I'm of the personal belief that you should give that money to creators. You don't have to give it to me, give it to somebody, but I encourage you to give it to me as well, but give it to somebody. But yeah, that'll be everything. Yep, typical ranting from me. Hello, everybody. Oh, one thing that I keep forgetting is we are still doing the continuation of Lore Dump. It was a little too ambitious of me to say we'll do 25 gifted subs every weekend. Instead, we're just going with every 25 gifted subs, we'll do another Lore Dump. So, yeah. Hey, look at that. Somebody forgot about the Prime account until last minute. But anyways, thank you very much for that gifted sub, getting us closer to that Lore Dump it up. So, let us begin with you, Sterling, since you were the one to answer the quickest. You're heading over towards the left-hand side of this graveyard, where you see there are numerous mausoleums set up, each one written with different names, different families, different associations. There's a handful of open graves outside as well. Not open, graves outside of the mausoleums, off the beaten path, but the pathway itself is this decently cobbled road that has little bits of grass growing out between it, and a slight overgrowth along the edges that makes it look like it's not the most tended to aspect of this entire area. Now, would you like to roll me a religion check, Sterling? See what you understand about the processes of death. You know what?
11.
You know how the Empire... Hey, that's great. The Empire does it very differently, unfortunately. They, typically speaking, the Empire will give you a serviceable funeral if you are somebody inside of its guard, somebody of higher stature and standing. But for general individuals, it's more of a private affair where you will be buried on your land somewhere. So you have not really experienced a lot of people passing away in a private manner, so you're not very familiar with the processes of a much more religiously free area. But you are fully aware that if you pay more, you get better service, hence mausoleum. So what would you like to do?
I'm just going to search around. I'm going to look to see if anyone. I'm going to attempt to see if it looks like anyone's been through here recently, and then I'm going to see if we'll start there. If anyone's been here recently.
Okay. Roll me a survival check. Not bad. Not bad. 28. You begin moving through the mausoleum, and you pick up on a handful of doors into them. These solid stone structures that don't have a functioning handle for you to open. It has an opening where a handle could be placed in order to open it. Makes it a lot more difficult for people to pillage these areas when there's no lock to pick. that do look like they have been more recently disturbed. Um, it's not that there's a heavy amount of pileup of dust. It's mostly the little bits of dirt that would have, been trekked over the site has not been swept up yet. Which, I mean, you can't imagine somebody sweeps up every single night. It's probably like once a week, once every couple of weeks, or something like that. You pick up on three of them in particular, that seem more recently traversed. Though within any large amount of time or short amount of time, you cannot easily discern unless you investigate each individual one.
Okay. I'm just going to go... So my goal for the next little bit is to go to each of the three and see if I notice anything, see if there's any... see if there's names. I'm just want to just look at each one and see what the three are, and just try to get an idea of if they've been disturbed, or if there's names, or if there's maybe someone left an item. I don't know.
Alrighty. So, go ahead and roll your investigation.
And then I'll Sneak is with me, right?
No. There was 4 areas to investigate, so you all spread.
Oh yeah, no, I'm in the.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah,
that's right.
He's fairly far away from you. Not always within eyesight, but close enough that he would hear you scream.
Okay, that's fine.
That's all we need.
16.
16.
Oh, forget I have guidance. Damn it.
Yeah, maybe for the next one.
Yep.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That is also the wrong one. Sorry, I would have prepared for this during break, typically.
No worries.
Okay. So, the first mausoleum that looks more recently disturbed is labeled as the Falsier family. Typed out for you. The crest itself appears to be that of a puff-chested bird that looks fairly small in other dimensions of it. Roll me a nature check. It appears to be a dove as their symbol. When you start looking around the site itself, their door is different from all of the other ones that you've seen, or many of the other ones you've seen. It's different from the ones that are disturbed, where the other ones have that solid stone slab door that's been chiseled, nicely crafted, has all of the fine trimmings and edges around it. This one appears to be a gated entrance. Large prongs that stretch all the way across and are almost perfectly flush with the dome ceiling of the location. It also has large chains that look slightly loosened. Not enough for you to like move them and fit through, but maybe somebody considerably smaller than you could. The chains are locked, of course.
Mm-hmm. All right.
The second one?
Yep.
Roll me your investigation.
Oops. I know I can find out more. No, maybe not.
14. The second one has the same stone structure that is similar to many of the other ones that you've passed through so far. This one appears to have a circular shape with many lines across it, creating like a textiled texture to their symbol. And it is referred to as that's wrong. Clan Inlim. Roll me a nature check as well. It appears to be a shell, but you can't really discern any other easy features about it. Now, when you get over towards it, you investigate around the seam, and it does appear like the stone door, though it is structured to slide, it looks like it's pushed in slightly too far. Like somebody might have tried to forcibly enter into it. But that's not how you open this door. It slides. You push a sliding door, there's something wrong with you.
Okay. Since I'm alone, I'm going to move on to the third one.
Fair. Roll me your investigation.
That's right.
10. The family name written on it is Sisters Root Cradle. There is no specific emblem against it, though it does have symbols to the Raven Queen put around it, and you do see the door looks like it is an open towards you door. And there's a little bit of a scraping on the ground where the stone would have moved across the cobble and left a small marking across it. But it is perfectly shut right now. Aside from that, you don't discern anything else.
Okay. I'm going to head back to join someone else.
Alrighty. During this time, Sneak, walking through the cemetery.
Not creepy at all.
Exactly.
Not creepy at all.
That's the proper mentality.
So, what do I see in the cemetery?
I don't know. What are you looking for? What are you doing? What are you attempting?
I'll be honest, I have no fucking clue what I'm supposed to be looking for. Like, evidence of undead?
Is that what you want to do?
Apologies if you can hear that.
Yes, we can.
Good.
Somebody sounds happy.
My dad's girlfriend is a very sore winner. Yeah, I mean, just general, like, evidence of people fucking with the graves outside of, like, casual vandalism, but, like, anything that's been recently dug up. Any names I would recognize.
Roll me a survival
Something-
check.
Something that would pique my interest.
12. There was the original hole that wasn't very far from the main pathway into the funeral home itself. It is open. There's a shovel leaning against it, and that looks like it's recently been disturbed. It's not like it's been open for a long time. When you go over and you check the dirt, the dirt's a little moist, but it's not mud, which would mean it was dug sometime in the last 36 hours, as it was raining heavily on your way here to Nicodranus. You do see on the inside there appears to be a similar to rosemary beads that have the symbol of a raven on it.
Yeah.
Just in the dirt, kind of like half buried.
Well, far be it from me to disturb symbols of the goddess of death, but how deep's the hole?
6 feet.
Jump in and see if there's anything interesting at the bottom, or if someone's just thrown the rosary beads in.
Alrighty. You jump into the hole and kind of have to position yourself. The dirt is fairly loose. It's not compacted yet. And you do see the beads. You reach down and pick them up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not pick them up and observe them closely. I'll just sort of flick the dirt off them, brush them to one side, and then see if there's anything under the dirt, like if there's a casket.
Okay. Roll me an investigation, Sneak.
I'm gonna be pretty fucking dumb if I can't find a casket in a grave.
Well, the funny thing is, you're kind of creeped out right now. You're kind of being gentle, sweeping some of the dirt away.
Praying a hand doesn't grab me.
And you do unbury the beads themselves. And they do appear to be attached to a silver boned hand.
Ew. Wait. A silver metal skeleton hand.
Yes.
Is the skeleton hand attached to anything?
It's holding on to the beads.
Yeah, I meant the wrist down.
Oh, I mean, do you want to dig around it? There's a shovel right next to you. You can easily reach up and get it.
Oh, yeah, no, he's for sure getting the shovel. If only just to make himself feel better that he's going to bonk something on the head. Yeah.
Improvised weapon
whack-a-mole.
shovel. Now I want to play a grave cleric that uses a shovel as a hammer. Like a warhammer. Just
Done, that's my next character. That's
Hey,
absolutely my next
don't
character.
take my idea for Tiffany. Oh,
Oh.
Tiffany is among my favorite NPCs.
See, the worst thing is I'm imagining this NPC as if they were a character in Genshin Impact.
I wouldn't know anything about that, so no.
Just weird, slutty anime gravedigger.
Yeah, I'm okay. No, I'm cool. Tiffany might be a little slutty, but I don't think anybody would ever try.
Oh. You underestimate my characters.
But anyways,
my next bard. Sneak will just use the shovel, not even actually using it as a shovel, just holding it here and
pushing. You dig around, and the hand is still attached to the beads, and it does not appear to be attached to anything else. You scoot it around a little bit, and it moves loosely. I mean, there's some weight to it. It weighs a good amount, but it doesn't appear to be attached to anything.
Yeah, Sneak's not touching that. Sneak's gonna lift it up with the shovel. Lift the shovel up, place it on the rim of the
Give me a
grave.
sleight of hand check.
Oh, come on.
Sneak the one that pulls out the head from the bag. Sneak the one that wants to put on a mask. And someone with a
Yeah,
hand.
and
Nope.
after Sneak found out that if he put on that mask, he would have been a fucking puppet, he's starting to be a little bit more cautious. That 12 wisdom is really making its use here. He's like, you know what? Nah.
That
I'm
12
good.
wisdom has resurfaced in your mind. Oh yeah, I have that.
It's like, you know what? Not today.
You-
Not today,
You
demons.
managed to like dangle it on the shovel because it's not a very large shovel, and it's like the better part of the femur. You know, like probably like down to there of an arm, and the hands attached to it.
The
So like,
femur is the thigh.
oh, that one,
Radius ulna.
that
Yeah,
one,
Radius and Ulna.
Yeah.
that one.
It's like, what the fuck is a femur doing? Someone's been having fun.
Hey, look, now there's a foot one. Okay, just
Ah, perfect. Call me Quentin Tarantino because I am
oh
interested.
Jesus fuck.
You had my
Someone clip
curiosity.
that
Now you
just
have my
clip that
attention.
just for Wyatt, please.
You can't do that to me when I have stuff in my mouth because I'm gonna spit it everywhere.
Wow, phrasing anybody. please.
God damn it, Kai.
Yeah, so
Well, yeah, again, Kai wasn't doing anything.
Silverhand
all.
It
on
just-
on the lawn, Sneak climbing out of the grave, and like using the shovel to carry this thing.
I do need you to give me a still saving up for my blood. Hey Gorinsky, how are you? I do need you to give me an athletics check to climb out of the grave. I'm presuming you're wearing your heavier armor, which does make it a little difficult.
Fine. Yeah.
14's high enough. The DC was 10.
Stuck the Sterling. Help.
How? Sterling runs over. What's wrong? Can I have a rope?
Could you give me a hand, please?
As he's like
Looks like you
almost
already
eye
have
level. Hey. But anyways, yeah, you climb out of there, moving the shovel over a little bit. You do notice that the hand that is clutching the beads is unmoving at all. Like it is solid, even as you've picked it up. Like it didn't bend at the wrist, though there is a clear joint connection that's intertwined with silver still.
Yeah, so it's like a sculpture, not. Sure. Okay.
Well, do you want to
I like that.
investigate it and find out?
Not on my own. Not while I'm out here on
Alright.
my lonesome.
Well, Sterling got to do about 3 things. So, would you like to do something else? I'll count this as 2.
Okay. Do I know the direction that the mausoleum's in? Don't I?
Directly behind you, starting like 20 feet away.
Yeah, because that's where Sterling was. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna pick up my shovel and silver hand and. All right, let's find Sterling.
Alrighty.
This shit's fucked.
So the 2 of you get back together. Now we're going to move our way on inside of the estate. Kai and Taryn, as you walk through the entrance of this funeral home, you see directly to your left there does appear to be a general seating area with soft, cushy. Soft, cushy seats, all of which seem very well, what do you call that? Upholstered? Upholstered? Is that the right word? Thank you. Very, very high quality. To your right, there appears to be 2 doors separated by a small section, probably like a wall that sections the 2 of them off, both of which are already open. The one is immediately where Reggie turns to, the one closer towards the left, which appears to be some type of kitchen/catering area for these events. And the one to the right appears to be some type of office. Now, directly past all of this, there is a massive shroud of curtains that are pulled back, and there is a cluster of just random shit back here. There appears to be large tapestries. There appears to be couches. There appears to be chairs stacked on chairs that don't mean to be stacked intentionally. There appears to be many different tables, clothing. A hoarder's wet dream is what you see in this area, as well as a single couch that appears to be cleared off enough to have a single spot to sit on. As you all look at this, Reggie pats you on the back, Kai, and says, "Well, good luck," and heads into the kitchen.
I'll head into the office.
Already.
I kind of looks longingly behind Reggie, wishing he got the kitchen. He'll go into the horse area unless that was the office.
Which one?
The hoarders area?
Yeah, you go into the hoarders area.
Okay.
Yep. So, you move in there and you see all of these things. And some of the piles of crap is like almost as tall as... Who's this tall one in the party? Taryn?
Taryn's 5'1".
I think we're all pretty short.
Sterling's the tall one in the party? Holy shit. Yeah, Sterling, you're like 6 foot, right?
5'8", so Kai might be taller.
Kai's about the same height, so...
Yeah, so taller than you.
Well, but I've got the hat with the feather, so...
True, Sterling's hat height.
Oh, okay.
You move in here, and what would you like to do?
I'm sorry, is it Kai?
Yeah, you. We're on you
okay.
right now.
Well, yeah, I'm searching for anything interesting, I guess.
Roll me an investigation, please.
Oh, my, with advantage, -1. Oh, that's some great advantage.
The funny thing is, you find a lot of interesting things. There's a traveling chest that when you open it up is just filled with all of these, like, costume dresses, suits, outfits, hats, shoes, and, like, you start rummaging through expecting to find something, but then you get caught going, like, you know, some of the shit actually looks pretty cool. You know, like, there's this sash of leopard skin that attaches to what appears to be a skirt, but also has, like, a little cushion area to, you know, support, like, your banana hammock needs as well. It's kind of like the George of the Jungle sash and outfit in there. Though it's made for somebody far bigger than you.
Funeral home?
Okay. Yeah. And then you go over and you start picking up some old news letters that have been kept here of different events throughout history. And, you know, at first you're kind of like just tossing them, but then you start reading captions that are like actually fairly interesting to you. Like, gnome drop kicked, new distance, 35 feet. And stuff like that. And, like, you start, like, reading, you're like, holy shit, there is somebody really interested in this. These
like
appear these appear to be the personal effects of individuals who were brought here, cared for, dropped off, but nobody ever came to pick up.
Are there any chocolates or snacks or anything? I saw the kitchen, I was hungry.
You head over into the kitchen. Reggie is not in the kitchen currently, but there is a pantry door that is open that has a staircase that heads downstairs with this light that kind of bothers your eyes to look at. It's almost like it's subtly flickering, but you can't really see that well. And it's really bright.
Okay, he's going to be interested, and he'll go look.
Downstairs?
Yeah.
Alrighty. The moment you begin walking down there, it is pretty chilly. Like the majority of the Empire northern area levels of chilly. You get down there and you see Reggie is currently taking crates of organs that have been preserved, putting them onto these large slabs of stones that have, you know, these odd markings in them. You look down at the floor, and it is a perfect marbled stone that has these little holes and grooves towards the middle. And you do notice as you're walking across, it's at a slight angle down towards that hole. Reggie looks over at you and goes, "Is there something that you needed? Did you find something?
No.
Why are you holding a leotard?"
Kai wouldn't have brought that along. Bit him. Just searching everywhere. I assume you got things covered down here.
Yes, that is the point of me being down here.
Okay, Kai hits back up. His no longer having an appetite.
Fair, you saw a bunch of organs and Reggie. But to be fair,
Well, I thought
Reggie's
was
fucking hot.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
Reggie's hot.
Yeah,
like-
Kai it would have exact opposite effects, but there's organs that.
Out of all of you, the only person who might be more attractive than Reggie is Sterling, but in like a dad way.
He get on with Reggie if he could, but
See, this is what I like to do. Make sexy NPCs that you hate.
oh.
Look at Lucifon.
Okay, well, I'll head back up, and I guess I'll go searching in the hoarder's room again.
All right, roll me another investigation, please.
I use my other advantage. Oh my god.
Wow. Hey, at least we're not in combat, right?
I guess, yeah.
You begin searching through, and
Any jock straps?
there do appear to be this like heavy sand like bodysuit meant for legs that when like you lift up, it's pretty heavy. But it also is like in the shape and color of legs. And like you look, and these are pants to make it look like somebody's a lot beefier in the legs than they really are. And then you just play around with that. It weighs like 10 pounds by itself. It's like all the bulk is sand.
Kai is just thinking, rich people are weird.
Taryn, when eventually you come out here, you will see Kai like halfway in the pants. Just
he's not gonna put on the pants or carry around the
leotard.
I have to admit, when you mentioned the traveling chest, I got this picture of walking in there. Kai, did you find anything interesting? And he comes around the corner. He's got like this dress on, these long gloves, little purse, and a big like old woman hat. No,
And the umbrella.
Yeah.
Can't forget the umbrella.
If anything is gonna get on with Reggie, he's not gonna go wearing that stuff.
Yeah,
no, that's just
good point. You don't think Reggie would be into it. All right, cool. Actually, roll an insight, Kai. Who knows?
Ooh.
oh, okay.
But anyways,
16.
Reggie seems like a man who would prefer something more strange over to generic.
Is he on his same team?
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh,
He is.
nice.
Yes.
Kai, I'll have to get.
Yeah. Your gaydar is totally going off on Reggie. Yeah.
this is going.
But wasn't he had a wife?
Reggie didn't.
No.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
was under Zone of Truth.
Oh,
and said that
yeah.
killed his
He did.
wife.
Yeah. His wife thing. Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, he did have a wife. He lives in the Empire.
And he also killed her.
Oh no, this is so difficult. And just because you swing one way doesn't mean that you're not a, switch hitter.
Right. I just wanted to make sure that was still.
But yeah, he's someone who supports your team.
Excellent.
Yep. But anyways, you get one more investigation, Kai.
Okay.
I'm going 3 actions, 3 actions, 3 actions, and then. Hey!
Oh, now I am all out of advantages.
Yep.
Seriously.
Hey, you're tied with your best roll. I'm sorry, Kai. This time you actually come across a what appears to be a silvered bathroom set. There's a whale-boned brush that has very soft bristles and a silver etching around it with a silver tracing in the back. There's a very beautiful carrying kit to a few different, mostly used lotions, soaps, things like that, perfumes, and it seems to be placed neatly on top of a set of very, very soft, very fine looking robes, towels, rags, and a full bathroom set of sorts.
So nothing interesting, basically.
I personally find that very interesting, but okay. Taryn, your turn.
Well, I am going to be searching this desk for any hidden compartments or any locked secret drawers.
Okay. So you walk into this room, and it's a fairly slender room, only about 10, 15 feet wide, but it goes on for about 50 feet or so back. The desk does take up the majority of the area, and if you weren't so small, you would have to walk sideways across the edge of the desk to get to the other side of it. There appears to be 2 chairs. There's a nice little dispenser filled with soft tissues positioned on the other end of the desk, closer to where the chairs are. Presumably the people who are mourning the loss, setting up the funeral service, they would like having soft tissues. There's... Roll me a perception check first. I want to see how many details I'm giving you. 9.
Not many.
There appears to be a little tray up on top of a small podium beside the right-hand chair. In social interactions, since you do have a little bit of... Actually, no, you don't have noble interaction, do you? Not really. Not enough to understand their culture.
Yeah.
All right. There's a little podium that does have a nice tray that has 2 glasses of water placed on it. There appears to be a smaller little china piece, a dish that has numerous soft brown-looking cookies that have this like red little gel over the center of it with a ring around the edge. The gel looks very thick, almost gelatinous in nature. And the walls all seem to be empty of any specific styling, any tapestries, no portraits, no bookcases, no bookshelves. They're all just carved and etched in a way that makes the walls look a bit nicer, but ultimately nothing really to look at on them.
But now turn my attention to the desk.
So you get around the desk, and unless you push the chair all the way against the wall, you're stuck kind of like moving into the chair and sitting at it to look at everything.
Oh no, we're pulling the chair out.
Okay, so you have to shove it up against the wall. There's not enough space with the desk to actually move it out of the way, unless you want to physically pick it up and move it.
No, we'll just shove it.
Okay, cool. You move it, and it creaks loudly. Kai, you hear the creaking coming, like the scraping of it, coming from that room. You look at the desk, and there appears to be a soft mat made of some type of slightly fuzzy fabric that you can't really discern what it is, but solid enough that like you could still support things on it. There's a small stack of papers left, fairly well preserved and well managed. On the right hand side, there appears to be a glass just positioned on the desk. The desk itself, on either side of it, there is a small drawer, underneath it a medium drawer, and on the right hand side there's an open gap underneath that medium drawer, where presumably you can move things, rest your feet, anything like that. An open area in the middle, and on the left hand side there is a cabinet And when you start trying them, all of them are unlocked other than the cabinet.
We're unlocking it.
All right, roll me a thieves' tool. All right. Within 30 seconds or so, it is a fairly complicated lock. You do get it unlocked. Yeah, DC on it was 20.
Oh.
Yep. And as you do that, you do hear a click.
Is it trapped?
Roll me an investigation at disadvantage, unless you're willing to take your tools out and check. Because right now, nothing's happening, but...
This was a what? Check.
Investigation.
Yes, investigation.
Who knows?
Shit.
You hear from downstairs. Remember, if any of you need any assistance, do not hesitate to just ask. And you do hear from a little vent the little conversation between Reggie and Kai.
And she's just like got her hands on the lock. And she's like, and she's like re-examining her entire life choices at this point.
I could just fucking kill him. I could just fucking kill him.
Reginald, I could use some assistance. And it's like pain in every word.
Right. You hear his sigh coming from the vent as he begins walking up the stairs. You hear him walking up these stairs, his heels clack against the stonework very loudly.
You can sigh all you want to, but I found a locked drawer.
I assume Kai's it's caught Kai's attention.
Oh, sure. Locked drawer? No, there's only a locked cabinet.
Well, the cabinet.
Walks around and looks in. What is the problem? Do you need me to unlock it for you?
No. However, upon unlocking it, there was a noise, and
The loud click, correct?
yes.
Yes, I believe that is a mechanism that causes the upper false drawer to open up as well.
Kai is standing back with her arm crossed, working.
What are you? It's not a trap. I just can't figure out how to open up that second drawer while the bottom one is unlocked, which clearly unlocks the second drawer. It gets stuck about an inch in. He walks over to the other
Well-
side and like leans over the table and pulls the second drawer, but it only goes like halfway or like a couple of inches. See? And if you look inside, it's clear there is a false bottom. He like points it like down. That's lifted up by you unlocking the bottom one.
I'll take a look at all of that and see if there's a way that I can finagle getting all that done.
Give me a Thieves' Tools check. The DC on this one is higher, but there's potential there. And you can take your tools out. You heard a loud click.
Yeah.
Caution is better than going, fuck it, let's burn the place down. And just...
Yeah.
I give
Yeah.
her advantage somehow by helping. Or...
Are you proficient in Thieves' Tools?
Shit. Thieves' tools, yes.
Then yes, you can.
Now, twist it this way. Now, up, down. Oh, God.
24,
Amateurs.
24. Okay.
And she's just like, I will kill you both in your sleep.
You do realize that the door definitely has a similar lock to the top one, but you need the door to be shut in order for the latch to move up, but you need it open in order for the latch to pull down. But the moment you open the bottom door, the latch pulls down, closing off the false bottom. So, like,
Right.
you're getting closer, but 24 is definitely not it. That would have been your third action in here.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Sterling and Sneak. Sterling, as you're looking at the third of the what do you call them, mausoleums, the sisters' root cradle family area, Sneak is walking towards you holding a shovel sideways with a skeletal hand encrusted in silver towards you.
Darling, I found some weird shit, and after the whole thing with the mask, I learned better than to just touch it.
Interesting. I'm gonna look at it. I'm not gonna touch it yet, but I'm gonna look at it and see if there's any. Do I have? Nope, wrong character. I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and then have the Mage Hand pick up the
Beads
in the hand and kind of move it around so that I can study it while it's
As it lifts up the beads, the hand gets dragged behind with it and then just starts spinning around as it dangles in front of you. Go ahead and roll me an investigation, I suppose.
Sure.
Yeah, while it's spinning around, Sneak's gonna look as well and assist.
Sure.
Cool. All right, investigation.
You're concentrating on Mage Hand, aren't you?
Oh, you're right. I can't do guidance. I forgot it was a. You're right. So subtract, ignore that roll.
You do have advantage from me.
Here we go.
Now that you're looking at it more closely, this does appear to be an actual skeletal hand encrusted with silver deliberately. It is real bone with silver on it. The beads themselves seem to hold some type of religious significance towards the Raven Queen. And the tiny little raven at the end of it does seem to have a flat-surfaced bottom, but aside from that, you don't really notice anything.
Where did you find this, Dave?
The one that was already open.
Was there any name or markings or anything on? I assume there was some type of.
Not that I could see. Jared, did I notice? I did explicitly say that I was looking out for names.
Yes, you did. That one was unmarked. No names, no nothing.
No, unmarked. No headstone. Must have been getting it ready for someone.
Interesting. What the hell? I'll
If you're going to touch it, let me touch it. You can
I'll
heal
let
me.
you-
I cannot heal you.
I'll let you touch it.
Yeah, Sneak will, gingerly pluck the hand out of the air from the mage hand and start examining it.
Give me a wisdom saving. No, nothing happens. You just pick it up.
Well, it's not
Actually,
exploding.
The moment you grab the bottom of the hand, the fingers release and the beads just fall.
I'm gonna try and see if any manipulating of the wrist structure I can do can cause the hand to open and close.
Give me a medicine
if I
check. 14.
It's a grabber.
Yeah, you start squeezing it and it grips, it twists, it grabs, it changes the hand's position, and the moment you stop applying that pressure, it stays in that position.
Interesting.
Give
I
it to
mean,
Taryn and she'll put in a permanent middle finger to Reggie.
Aside from the obvious application of scaring the living shit out of Kai, this doesn't seem to have many points. Why would someone cover a skeleton in silver, just the hand, and then make it into a grabbing device?
And there was nothing else in this there was nothing else in this grave? Why don't you show me where it's at?
Not
Where's
that I can find, but the
Is
second pair of eyes can't hurt. It's just outside.
You go over to the grave.
Yeah.
Hey, you're there.
Look around, see if there's anything I can perceive.
All right, roll me a perception check.
And I'll be helping by pointing out like where I saw different things.
There.
Yeah. Pretty much. Hey, I
18.
helped by 1.
Hey. There doesn't appear to be anything else in that site. And like he said, the headstone has nothing on it. Nothing written down. Nothing.
Right, well, we should keep these and the beads for later. Do you want to put them in your bag or your pocket or something?
It's around this time that the two of you do hear Taryn calling for Reggie.
We'll head in.
Let's go see what's going on there.
Alrighty. You see currently Kai leaning over the desk, telling Taryn what to do, while Taryn appears to be underneath a desk. You can see through like the tiny gap at the bottom of like her shifting around, like, shut up, and like they're currently arguing over how to get it fixed. And Reggie just walks past the two of you and goes, they seem to be messing around with a faulty trap door of sorts. Good luck. And he heads back downstairs.
And she is just infuriated at everyone at this point.
So there's some false trap door, something you guys are looking at?
The only way to get to it is if you unlock this, but unlocking this blocks the door here, and then she's just
Sterling.
Yeah.
Maybe if you put your mage hand inside the thing, Taryn closes the thing, that unlocks whatever is. Clearly this box must be unlocked when the door is closed. Yes? Use the mage hand. Float inside, do the unlocks. Easy. No?
Maybe. Is there anything that I perceive with the desk, like a obvious giant button in the middle?
No, nothing like that. Not with
A
your
big
passive,
red
at least.
button.
There's a shining red stone that says "Do not touch" underneath it. It pulses with a yellow light. No, nothing. Just go. Is everyone in this party proficient with thieves' tools? Okay. For some reason, I thought
no.
sneak would be.
No, it's just Kai and Taryn that we know of.
Okay.
and Reggie.
And Reggie.
He's decent with them. He's
For
not. I mean, he's not your tier of proficient, but yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer to talk my way into things.
Yeah.
So I'll look at it and see if there's, and I can maybe cast the mage hand inside the.
I'm sorry. I just from last night. An open book belt buckle.
Yes. Fucking fetch.
I'm sorry, sir.
We gotta. We're going to a very fancy event, and he's a follower of Lucian, whose symbol is an open book, and so he was like, I want an open book on my belt buckle, like a symbol, and we're just like,
that will be a symbol.
that will be a symbol.
So yeah, the moment you said I like to talk my way into things open, I was like,
So yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can cast the mage hand and in the drawer, and then kind of lift up so they can push it and keep.
All right. Roll me a perception check, and Taryn, roll me a thieves' tools check.
All right.
Yeah, give her advantage again.
The two of them are interacting with the check already. You can't have that many people at the desk. We see the wiggle waggle in the background.
God fucking damn it.
I'm sorry, Taryn, but that failed the check by more than 5, which means kink, you break your tools.
Fuck. And she just like gets up and like walks, is like having to pace back and forth. Like she's mad.
Here, there, let me give it a try.
I didn't spend my whole life trying to figure these things out, living on my fucking own, and just be dismissed of fucking. And she just goes outside.
Kai looks toward her, looks toward Sterling, and rolls his eyes. Yeah, baby.
I'm so sorry, Taryn. But as you're
Maybe
walking
we
out,
shouldn't tell her it was that easy.
as you're walking out, Kai begins like sitting underneath the desk, like cross-legged to go around the legs of the desk itself, and like being as nimble as he usually is to like finagle with it and like adjust everything. Sterling, you see a slight opening between the two breeches at one point as it's pulling out, almost like you pull it out, it moves up. You pull it out, it moves up. There's
tables.
the briefest of moments where you see that opening where boop, you cast your mage hand inside. Mage hand pushes it down. The drawer pulls all the way out. You move the mage hand. The false bottom opens up fully. In here appears to be a directory. Sterling, roll me. Actually, 23 is high enough. You do see that at the lip of this drawer, on the top, there does appear to be a small, slightly round but grooved off at either end, indent that looks like the same bottom as the rosemary beads with the little raven symbol. That little platform on the bottom looks like it fit there perfectly.
Let's see what we can do. Snake, can I see those beads?
Sneak, are you still holding the hand?
No, the hand has been tucked away, and I may use it to freak out Kai shortly. Actually, no, I know exactly what Sneak was doing. Well, while Terran was pacing and seething, Sneak was like subtly fiddling with the hand to make it like flat out like this, and then just went up to Terran, patted her on the shoulder with it.
She let you
Calm down. It's okay. Don't worry.
You're fuming, so you don't even notice. You just keep walking.
Just lightly stroking her head as she walks by. Yes, Sterling, here, the beats.
All right. Let's give it the good old college try.
All right.
What is a college?
I have no idea.
You place the raven right on that little area, and the latch shuts perfectly, despite the fact that the door underneath is still unlocked.
Interesting.
It's the physical key to it.
Nice.
Well, that was okay.
And I'll put the beads in my pocket. And what do we? What? You said there's a directory.
Yes, there is. You take out the directory, place it down on the table. It is written as C. Amagon, funeral directory, in very fine calligraphied writing. You open it up.
Yep.
This appears to be a static directory of every single body that has come through here since this book has been in circulation. Every single cadaver, every family, every payment that has been missed, every payment that has been made, everything. Very neatly organized. It's spread almost like an Excel spreadsheet with like name, pricing, everything written into it. Very well organized and systematic.
I peeks over his shoulder. Find anything interesting?
Yeah, the directory. Curious. I'm going to check see if there's like any Hados. Hado? That's the name, I believe. Cross
Hado, yeah. Cross
I'm
Hado.
going to see if I can find like any Hados, specifically cross, but maybe any. I'm just curious, like if there's any family dealings with.
All right, go ahead and roll me a investigation.
Can I assist? I'm with him.
Sure, if he lets you just be over his shoulder reading.
Probably semi-used to it by now.
I
We're not in
mean-
public, so...
Oh, you're doing your own check, yeah, Kai.
No, I shouldn't have, but yeah, okay.
You said assist, so we'll go with assist. 24 investigation. You flip towards the back of this book. Reasonable. And you do find Cross Hado written down. Cause of death written down as drowning. Payment made full. Time evaluating cadaver 1 week. Shipment sent through the Red Hair Shipping Company to Port Zune. Date left about a month ago.
Okay.
You also notice as you were flipping through that there were 2 other Hado names.
I really need to start typing my notes. Much easier to read than my scribble.
Shelton Hado, Clara. Or sorry, not Clara. That's the wrong one. Flara Hado. They seem to have died 5 years ago. Cause of death, unknown. Time examining cadavers, 1 day. Payment for caretaking, paid in full. Payment made by Delsar treason.
Interesting. Yes, Kai, look, there's Crossedo there, 2 relatives. Shelton and Flara. Those were 5 years ago.
Okay.
The game is a hand. Right. Let's
Absolutely.
yes. And it didn't say anything about shipping these bodies though, right?
Those bodies were not shipped. No.
Okay. Perhaps sneak, Kai, we should see if we can find these graves.
But there
It may be nothing, but
there is a label beside both of them. Not cross. A label for Shelton and Flara. It is labeled as H 1-34.
we don't see any like maps of the. I don't want to say estate, but where we're the map.
The
of
grounds.
The grounds, yeah. We don't see any like.
No, nothing like that. I mean, usually at places like this, you would know at least this much. The caretaker's the caretaker for their life. They know the grounds by.
They know that they don't need
Yeah.
them. They were in probably
You would
there.
be an apprentice for a period of time.
for several years, and
Yeah.
All right. Where did Turn go?
I don't know. She got all pissy about being so crappy at opening anything and left.
She was still seething. She went to leave. I think maybe in the direction of the mausoleum.
Probably go get her.
I'll
This
go
is
find
twice
her.
today
You keep
she's
an eye
been
on
around.
this. She's a big girl, but yeah, we shouldn't really split up. Not with
No.
Reggie out there on his own. Where is he?
Yeah. Don't forget to sound the whistle if you need or shout. And Kai, what were you looking? You said you were gonna go check out the area over there earlier.
Rich people have weird shit, but nothing interesting.
Nothing interesting. Do you want to take me there and show me some of this weird?
I will take
Stuff.
you there. Sorry.
Sure. Let's go.
All right, you take him over to that area. Sneak, you're going to meet up with Taryn. Taryn, you enter into the section with all of the mausoleums. Are you looking for one in particular?
Just trying to. At this point, she's just trying to find something because she doesn't feel like she's done anything.
All right, roll me an investigation. Dirty 20. You follow the tracks that Sterling was leading over towards the 3 different areas. And it's very clear Sterling has a distinct impression in his boots. The right foot always pushes a little further than the left. Something that you would be very aware of.
Mm-hmm.
As you pass through, you do come across all 3 of the mausoleums. The one for the Fulser family, the one for the clan Inlim, and the one for Sisters Root Cradle. What would you like to do?
So the one looks like the sliding door, but it was pushed in. She's gonna slide it.
All right, so that's clan Inlim. This is going to be an athletics check to readjust the door onto its proper angle.
I'm very consistent today.
I mean, it's, yeah, either consistently low or 20. Like, it's...
Yeah.
So that's the one you're at right now, just so we can keep up with it. You end up, like, pulling at the door and, like, putting both of your legs on either side of it and just pulling aggressively until you hear that very loud grinding noise as it back into place. But now that you've moved it back into its proper groove, you do see the holes where handles could go, but there's no handle on the door.
So, can I try to like slide it open?
You would need something to hold on to do it. Like, imagine there's 2 little holes that are too small for fingers. They're meant for like
Got a
screws or something.
crowbar.
It's too small for fingers. Like, you can't even get your fingers in there.
I've got a piton.
I mean, you could try to hammer in the piton with the crowbar.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Give me.
Oh, and I have a hammer as well. So
That's the proper tool for the job. Give me an athletics job. Athletics check. Tink, 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 tink. Cracks through most of it, but then you get it. Then you put on the other side and push, and it is hefty. It is a very heavy door. If it wasn't on a set groove, you imagine moving this would be impossible for you. But this door probably weighs close to 800, 900 pounds, solid stone, as you move it across the area. Around this time, Sneak, you get over towards Taryn, listening to the very loud and like a Resident Evil scene from the good games.
Needing a little catharsis?
there are better ways than trying to open a grave. This one looked like someone was already trying to get in. So perhaps something of interest, something hidden, who knows?
Possibly. I mean, Sterling was in here before beware. I don't know, but I didn't see what he was up to. Let's have a look.
Sterling
Might be
wouldn't
something he missed.
Sterling wouldn't want to mess with anything like this on his own.
Well, fortunately, we are not on our own.
All right, and she would have lit the hooded lantern and stuck it in to see if she can see anything.
Well, you do see the faint hue glowing around this area. Only about 15 to 20 feet from side to side, you see that there are lined grooves that do have these circular boxes that have very, very large shells placed on top of them, presumably from tortoise or turtles. The Inlam family is a family of turtles. As you move in, you do see that there is a middle area that has a gate over top of it with a staircase that goes underneath. The gate is currently locked.
We're trying to unlock it.
I hate to do this, but with what thieves' tools?
Damn it.
The shit that
How
comes grass
how
to edge of
sturdy
the
is
sky.
how sturdy is the thing look?
The lock? I mean, it's definitely aged. It's pretty old.
You could always go ask high.
Crowbar?
I could get this across. It won't be subtle, but I could. Do we care about being quiet?
That's thunder damage inside of a mausoleum with many, many different dead bodies.
Breakable objects?
Dead graves inside of a funeral home to the Queen of Ravens. I'm just making sure you are aware of all of this.
Ah, fine.
I have a crowbar. We could just snap
That
those
seemed-
chains.
That does seem like an easier solution.
I mean, you probably don't want to make an enemy out of the Raven Queen.
We've already done enough.
Yeah. She's
Sure, I
typically
already
neutral,
have.
but there is a limit. Like, anyways,
I'm sure she can see the practical side of what I would have done.
I mean, not when you have a crowbar. But anyways, Taryn, you have a crowbar. Are you going to try it, or are you
Yes.
going to ask the Strunk to do it?
I will assist Strunk.
Strunk, you are assisted. Give me an athletics check with the crowbar.
Don't need it.
23.
Boom.
You put the hooked end underneath the chain, and you rest it on the side of the area, and just like scoot Taryn back. And Taryn's like, "All right, so now we just need to get the proper leverage." You jump and just slam your foot, and crack! It snaps the entire chain
That's the.
and lock
We
off.
just gotta lift it.
Was something supposed to
very impressive
happen? I'm
if it's
not
me.
sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It would have been impressive. if it wasn't.
But yeah, that was fairly loud, but now it's open.
Thanks, darling.
Not as
And-
loud as a thunder bomb.
Right.
Not as
She-
destructive.
She'll pat him on the shoulder, with kind of like a okay.
Does she give it a squeeze?
Yeah. And then goes in.
It's funny.
With like a alright.
It's funny because of the item, your forearms are like Popeye, but your shoulders are still Sneak.
What?
The magic item makes you swole, but it doesn't make you built. Like,
What the hell kind of forearm strength do I need?
no, you got it.
It's like
You're straight up Popeye with that shit.
It's the augment of jerking off.
Not far
Jesus.
off, but anyways. You open it up and start heading down there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. As you all walk down to the very bottom, you do see that it stretches on for about 30 or 40 feet. It has all of these grooves, nooks, and crannies of all of these different
Crypts.
coffins. I want to make sure I use the proper thing. It is a coffin. It's not the other stuff.
sarcophagi or...
Yes, exactly. There is a minor difference. That means it's newer, it's made of wood more than likely. And you just see them, rows of them, each of which do have the shells placed on top of every single one of these family members. As you two step down here, there is a light, a green ember that ignites at the end of the chamber, silhouetting 3 shells that are placed on top of a raised podium.
Interesting.
You know, Terran, it is the opinion of the common people that having such opulent wealth placed on your death is very, very shellfish.
Go fuck yourself on that.
You've been hanging around just long enough. That's great.
She's just like, I can't. See,
No, in
darling,
serious-
you truly are a blessing.
For
I
real,
feel
though,
like
it's
there's
just-
some sort of turtle club down here.
It would seem we have encountered a crypt of turtles. I heard their shells are incredibly. No, we're not grave robbing today.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. If we see something interesting, maybe, but turtle shell seems impractical.
Right. And I'd rather not steal from. Well, the Raven Queen could see it, so.
She is God. Why? She is a god. Why? She can see everything, no? Is that not the point?
Well, something special to her, at least.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna investigate around the 3 shells.
All right. As you approach over towards them, the two of you do hear what sounds like an echo of exhales.
That is encouraging.
Gun drawn.
Who seeks the information from the original turtles?
I mean, we're not here for anything specific, but what information do you have?
He asked who? You hear from one of the other shells.
Oh god. My name is Sneak.
I'm Taryn.
Hi, Sneak. Hi, Taryn.
Third one. Hey guys. Just Sneak and Taryn. To which families do you belong?
My family is of no importance to anyone. Not even me.
It is important to us.
I don't even know.
Fine.
I
Just
am an
makes
orphan.
me think. It just makes me think of the ancestors at Mulan.
That's exactly what I was thinking of as well.
You're not far off, but anyways. And Taryn?
Nisari from Tadore.
Taldore. Nisari. The family of the True Bloods. Believers of high importance. Believers of sanctifiers. Crucial to only themselves.
How could you know that?
We know many. We listen to history. We've lived through most. And we died for it.
Well, we are looking for something that happened here.
Oh. What is it you seek? And what is it that you offer? The dead may only speak in appeasement to those that keep us.
I put my 10 pounds of ham.
Is that
That's well past spoiled by now.
No.
I was also going to ask, is that a metaphor? Does she sit on the altar?
No, it's the ham she bought. The ham, like
No, wait, I thought we had plenty. I thought it was cured.
it was cured for like a week. You ate the majority of it, but it took you a week to go from Zune to Nicotronus.
Oh, that is true. I didn't think
Yeah.
it would take us a week.
Well, it's been a week since you left Zune when you purchased it. You spent a
Okay.
whole day there, actually 2 days there, traveling back. It's been a week. Yeah, cured ham means it'll last for a week if not kept in controlled environments. You're an adventurer, you don't have that.
True. Well, I have a lock that I could relock the mausoleum with.
To seal us in, to stop others from coming, to hide us from the world.
To
Any combination of the above?
keep anyone who desecrate this place out.
Like you and them.
What do you
Not-
mean, and them?
You must
Not
offer.
here.
We like this offer. But we need to know what you need to know. We must ask the others. We must gain permission. You need the
Yes.
question. They'll accept the offer if you can hard lock this gravesite. They're down.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they
so
like
what
that.
is the
Yeah, keep us
question?
away from the world. Fuck yeah, we hate those things.
Snake darling, what should we ask?
Ask
No
before
idea
the
what they
last
know.
flicker. You do see there is a candle that is dripping currently, producing that greenish hue.
Darren, what specifically are we here for? I can't remember.
We're here to find out what the keeper here had in conjunction with the myriad, but if we can learn more than just that.
Ooh. Should we ask about the Myriad? I think the Myriad's a good option.
Yes, I agree.
Where might we find the headquarters of the Myriad?
This knowledge is not even known to us that are dead. May to some that have died, but they do not wish to speak to you. Ask another question.
Where's the body across the dough? We're here with Reginald, who's a friend of his uncle.
The body of Cross is in 2 places. One on this world, the other among the dead. This world walks with the presence of another, not himself, but a willing participant of his own creation. They move through this land on ferry towards your home in Taldore.
That's encouraging.
What port are they destined for?
You've asked one question. More than the living are deserving of. And our time here is expired. Fulfill your end, or suffer consequences. And the green light flickers out, and your hooded lantern immediately gets blown out.
Well, and then she'll like hook it back onto her belt. I don't need it on the way out. There.
I mean, I can see in the dark anyway, so neither do I.
All right. Well, let's lock this place up and deliver the news. Apparently.
So,
Hmm.
the two of you,
Seems as though Reggie will be disappointed.
the two of you, walk out
And I
Of-
lock the gate on the way out.
of the Clan Inlam Mausoleum after speaking to their original members of their community. And I think this is probably where we're ending the session today. Viewers, thank you for watching. Players, thank you for playing. If you are watching this in the future, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye.